A lot of your wallboard guns come with this tool, which helps it stand up whenever you're in the middle of an application using a wallboard gun. This is not needed for spraying concrete. Some of the additional parts that you will be using, one is the hopper. The other is the main component is the gun. The gun will have a hose attachment, the gun itself, and all of your air fittings. Now it comes with several different size orifices, and it usually has one in it. Most of the guns I've run across have 3 orifices, and you want to use the largest orifice. The other 2 you don't need. You're going to put the large orifice in place, take the coupling, screw it in place over top of the orifice until it's seated. Our next step is we're going to add the air fittings. Some models come with different types of air fittings. Always use pipe tape. That keeps your air fittings from leaking. You'll wrap that around the threads. Give it a tug, and then install your fittings. Don't over tighten your fittings because you don't want to snap anything. Okay. Continue. This is your open and close valve. This allows you to adjust your air pressure whenever you're spraying. And then after this assembly, you'll put the air fitting assembly on it, which will go into your air compressor hose. Some guns will require a different type of modification. They're all very simple. This one didn't require anything but the 90-degree elbow, and I use a rubber elbow so that you have flexibility. This one required a grommet to go inside because the diameter of this gun is much less than the diameter of this gun, but in the end you're still going to end up with the same thing. The gun we're going to modify today is going to be a little bit different modification, but they're all very easy. It doesn't take a whole lot or a whole lot of money to modify these guns to make them useful in spraying Flo-Coat. This is what your gun would look like in a wallboard application. We're going to have to modify this with a 90-degree elbow, which is this elbow here. So what we'll have to do is you disassemble, take the grommet off, and we're going to have to mod this to work with this. This cavity is much smaller than this hose. It's really loose. So we have to modify it by keeping the original rubber grommet and then cutting a piece of PVC, it's a simple piece of PVC, to the size of our grommet, and we'll push it in place. And you'll tighten your hose clamp to make that snug, and then we'll take our 90-degree elbow and we're going to insert. Adjust our clamp, tighten it, make sure it's nice and tight. Tighten the bottom clamp. Okay, now that our hoses are all tight and our assembly is nice and stout, it's not coming off, we've completely modified this hopper gun to allow it to spray Flo-Coat. The reason you want this elbow pointed up is you want the material to feed down into the hose, and this is where it's coming out. Your hopper will be here, your material will be gravity fed into here, and the spray with the air compressor will blow through here and spray your Flo-Coat. Now, the last thing to do is to add our hopper to our assembly. Just insert the grommet, your 90-degree elbow, onto the hopper, tighten the fitting, And now we've modified a wallboard gun into a Flo-Coat spraying machine.